I'm Amanda Eskew. I am the safety specialist for Nokian Tires. So it's my job to keep people safe, make sure they go home in the same condition in which they came to work. So our floor mat situation before was a mess. It varied all over the place, nothing was uniform, and even the mats that we did have in the same place, all of those mats had been worn to pieces, so they would slide around right under my operators, increasing slips, trips, and falls. They would curl up, have cracks, which just also increases slips, trips, and falls.
In the past, we had two smaller mats that were very firm rubber, practically useless. They set up against the control station, so unless we were there, they weren't doing any good. But a lot of our activity is from point A to point B to point C, and so we really needed something in that in-between.
I'd actually been complaining about the old mats getting flipped up and torn. Once the corners of the old mat started flipping up, I would trip over them. Irritated. It's like, ugh. It's like when your jacket gets caught in a door hanger kind of moment. It just wasn't working good.
So they ended up being more of a hazard to have the standard mat in our facility than it was to just have people walking on concrete.
We had mats, but they were very thin. It was frustrating, a lot more aches and pains, because it was just like standing on the floor with nothing underneath your feet. So we did away with those and was just on the concrete floor.
So the second solution was, okay, well, we could look into getting insoles for everybody. So after the whole process, and it was an ordeal of getting insoles for everybody, after 6 months, everyone came to me, hey, I need a new pair of insoles. It was just a pain in the rear to constantly have this problem that never goes away. So in a desperate bid for anything at all that could be helpful, I went to Google and stumbled upon AcroMat and used their AcroSketch tool to just play around and see what it did to design a mat that would fit into my specific problem spot. I reached out to Rich, sent me a floor mat for what I needed. It was a gigantic floor mat, 8 by 10-ish size for free, just to try, no commitment. And my operators immediately loved it. It didn't slide around because it had grip coat on the back. It didn't move. It still hasn't moved, and it's been a year and a half. And we got 15 of them to cover that area. They're still in the same place, haven't peeled up, haven't come up, haven't slipped around, haven't worn down. And this is a 24-hour, 7 days a week manufacturing facility, and they're fine.
I noticed right away that I wanted to be in this area for the entire shift. So I could get a good feel for it, give a good report on the quality of it. Fantastic. Yeah, fantastic. I noticed a difference right away, a decrease in soreness overall.
I like this one a lot better. I don't trip over it. It's easier to clean, and I think it's just more comfortable, honestly. I wasn't getting the ankle pain and the feet pain that I was getting before.
I would tell you that they're an amazing product, and it was definitely something that would be helpful to all the employees that have to stand in one spot consistently for hours at a time, because they're soft, they're comfortable, they don't slide all over the place, they don't peel, they just stay where they're supposed to be and provides comfort all day.
Having AcroMats here makes me feel relief. Make it simple, keep it safe. Nothing I love more than not having to worry about it. Employees know when you go above and beyond for them. Making their lives easier and more comfortable and making their jobs easier and safer is the best way to show that you care, the best way to improve employee morale and safety, and really build that relationship with them. And AcroMat helps me do that.